Orale, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies out there. Alright, man. This sucks. This sucks. Look, whether I like somebody, whether I don't like somebody, I never want to see somebody get injured. Alright? Never want to see somebody get injured. In this case, it's actually somebody that I like. It's somebody that I am a fan of. Liv Morgan. You know, I think of Liv Morgan, gosh, man, back when she was with the Riot Squad, and you know, she wasn't over, she wasn't even that popular, and where she's at today, I mean, she's come a long way. You know, she has, man. She's one of the big stars when it comes in the women's division. When it comes to the women's division, is she that great of a wrestler? I think she's gotten better, and I think she's a good wrestler. I don't think she's a great wrestler, but her character definitely makes up for it. Man, you know, she was having this match. She goes down and she suffers an injury, a shoulder injury. Some people were saying like, oh, you know, it's kayfabe. Nah, dog. You know what? They would have done it much different. They would. The match had just barely started. They would have done it much different. You know, it's legitimate. It's a legitimate injury, and word is, man, that she's gonna be out for a while. Especially, look, they were gonna go down this path of her beefing it with Nikki Bella, which I personally did not like, unless Brie Bella was coming back, and the rumors were that yes, Brie was gonna come back at least for one match, and it was gonna be the Bellas versus Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, but we're not gonna get that anymore. Man, the fact that she's going to be on the shelf now you start thinking about, okay, what's going on with the women's tag team champions, right? Can you throw Roxanne Perez in there and have Roxanne and Raquel, because they're both Judgment Day. You know, there's a storyline that you can have there. You're already kind of going down that storyline. So you could kind of scrap everything else. You could scrap everything with Nikki, because you could revisit that down the line somewhere, right? But you could really heat up this storyline with Liv and Roxanne Perez. Since Liv is going to be away for, sounds like, you know, a few months, man. I was hearing probably up to like 16 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. All right. You can have Roxanne Perez take over for Liv Morgan to have the titles stay with the Judgment Day, stay with the team of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, right? That's not too far-fetched. You can do that. And in the midst of all that, because see, there's two ways you can go, right? One is to have Liv completely off of television. Okay, you can go down that route. And if you're going to do all that, you can have Roxanne and Raquel become good friends, or they can have a friction tag team, whatever it may be, right? And you can still have Roxanne move in on Dominic, on Dirty Dom, and all that stuff, right? And then when Liv Morgan comes back, boom, right? There's an explosion there. Or you can have Liv Morgan stick around on television, even through her injury, and just be around. You know, stick around. She doesn't even have a match. I mean, heck, Carlito was around in the Judgment Day. He wasn't having many matches, right? So she can still stick around. Depending on which way you want to go with her is how you're going to go ahead and handle this and direct this. Should we have her stick around, stay on television, and just be part of the Judgment Day, right? Just have her come out, help out, or just be around, be on television? Or should she step away completely? Now, in my personal opinion, if she steps away completely, I think that gives you more room to build up a better comeback story. And I don't mean a better comeback story seeing her rehabbing and working out or anything. None of that stuff. Have people forget about her for a little bit. Have Roxanne and Raquel do the damn thing with the tag team, the women's tag team titles. Have Roxanne and Dirty Dom get a lot closer, a lot more flirtatious with each other, build some sort of bond and relationship and things of that sort, and then have Liv come back. I think that would be a little bit more pow, right? As opposed to having her just stick around in the background and have her involved in all the storylines, but yet she's not getting in the ring, which you can go down that route. I just think there's a better story to be told if she takes time off while she's injured, depending on how long she's going to be off for. But yeah, this sucks, man. It sucks because I do like Liv. When years ago, I remember when she first won the title, she was a babyface, and I was just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, cool, that's good. I was rooting for her at that time, and then it just kind of like, I just lost interest. I'm like, okay, you know what? It was cool rooting for her because she was like this young little girl just trying to get there. She finally got there, and then that was it. Like, there was really no character. But you know, now she's got this character, man. And I do like her. I'm a fan of hers. Let me log out. I am a fan of hers. And yes, we definitely need Liv Morgan around, man. Her character is badass. And she definitely 100% contributes to the product. So, it sucks, man. But what's your guys' thoughts? Should she stick around? Even though she's injured, doesn't mean she's going to have a match, but should she stick around, or should she just be off television? I say she goes off. You can build a much better storyline with her not being there, and then her comeback will be that much more explosive. Troll Trucker Wrestling Rehab, Sean Saw the Junkies. Catch you guys on the next one.